Well, that day that the crash happened, we had just got done with a big job the day before, and we were just kind of taking the day off, and we were just kind of doing stuff around the house, and then we decided we were going to go get sealer. That way we'd have it for the next day, and we went down. We got sealer. It was pretty normal. We stopped off and got some lunch at KFC, and met up with a friend there, had lunch, and then we were heading home, going north on 29, and I seen we got right up to Michigan town, right close to it, and I seen a car turning, and I didn't think nothing of it. He was waiting for us to go by, and right as soon as I got up beside him, I just seen a black blur coming, and then there was the impact. It was before I could even blink. All that happened, the impact and everything. It was a pretty normal day until going up to there. We had our two little dogs with us. He was one of them was just sleeping there on the armrest, and April was. I think she was playing on her phone or something. She didn't even know. She didn't even have a warning. My life's been changed pretty drastically. We went from being on our feet almost 90% of the day, because that's what we do is seal coating. So you're on your feet all day, to where I can't even walk to get up to go to the bathroom. So it's pretty difficult. Getting in and out of bed is a struggle. Just everything that I do is painful. Before everything happened, texting and driving I didn't really look at too seriously. It's something that we all look at as like, well, it's not going to happen to us. Me personally, I never texted and driving, because if I would have been in an accident, it would have cost us our business. And so it's definitely something that you put to the back of your mind until it actually affects someone close to you, or it affects you yourself. Very aggressively. I look at it very aggressively. Like every time we see somebody texting and driving, we even holler sometimes, put the phone down, It's something I don't really take lightly. I think to prevent texting and driving, I think if they can make a GPS that goes in your phone that tells you how fast you're going, and it tells you your location, everything, I believe that they should be able to make an application for your phone that can disable your phone if you go over a certain miles per hour. I know they have it in certain transport buses and stuff like that, like a FedEx and UPS. I'm not sure if they still use it, but they have it to where they can't use their electronics whenever they go over 2 miles per hour. So I know the technology is there, so it just needs to be applied. I recommend when you get in the car just to put your phone on the other side of the car or something, or put it in the dash, anywhere to where it's not gonna be appealing to you to look at or pick up. Well, the accident's pretty much, we can't work now, and so all our income has come to a complete halt, and so that's making life kind of a struggle right now. We're living off of pretty much pure donations, and right now they've kind of stopped coming in, so you got to watch your money a lot more, and just the quality of life has changed tremendously. It kind of gets you down sometimes when you go from being able to do anything to not very much. The surgeries I had are for my back. My back was actually, one of the vertebrae was almost completely shattered in my back, and so I have like a little metal jack in there replacing my vertebrae, and then I have a bar that goes along beside the vertebrae that screws it in. They fused it, and then they had to put 3 pins through my foot for the metatarsals to heal, and then they had to put 2 screws in my right ankle because it was also broken. And as far as surgeries, that's all I had to go. Yeah. I think I was on the table for like 8 or 9 hours, 7 or 8 hours. I mean, yeah, we had about 200 gallons of sealer on the trailer, and when we hit, and it weighs 10 pounds a gallon. It had enough inertia that it ripped the Reese hitch from the frame of my truck, bounced the rear end of my truck up, and when my truck came down, it was sitting on the trailer. The rear end of it was, and the front end was sitting on her car. And the tank come up and hit the bumper, and we were just plastered with sealer. I mean, it took them probably 2 or 3 hours to clean me all off, and then my hair was completely solid. It was a complete solid chunk of sealer. They had to go in and just chop out chunks of it, and that didn't happen until 2 or 3 days after the wreck, actually. I'll show you something. I'll show you guys something real quick, though. This is where they went in to do the back surgery. Yeah, that's fine. It's actually was a lot worse. Yep.
Man. Yeah, so they went through your side to get to your back then.
Yep.
Instead of straight up the back.
Yep. They had one neurosurgeon holding my insides, while the other one was fixing my back. Oh, the one hospital bill was like $220,000, but since I don't have insurance, they knocked like $80,000 off of it. So it's like right at $124,000. Then I got a couple other bills, so it's probably close to $140,000 for mine. She's got about $60,000 or $80,000 worth. Well, I think the law, the law is there. I just think it should be maybe enforced a little better. Because I mean, we've even seen police officers texting and driving going down the road. You know what I mean? And so the way I see it is, they're not as apt to, to get somebody for that when they're doing it themselves. Because if they were to get turned in, that look mighty bad against them. But I don't know. I think the law is there. It just needs to be enforced a little better myself. Not that. I think the police officers do a great job and everything, but, yeah, I think the awareness really, I don't really think it's there for people, honestly. I mean, you can tell somebody something that happened, but, it don't really sink in, but if they see the car, they see somebody that's, that's in a wheelchair at 22, and they see something like that, and it might have an effect on them,